Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Kayla Aggio, a junior from Rohnert Park, California, helped the Stars to a runner-up finish in the OCU Duals this weekend by pinning all 8 of her opponents. And Kayla, talk about that performance. You're able to go 8-8 in falls this weekend.
I just wrestled. I just went out there and did what I was trained to do, and it turned out to be 8 pins. It could have been anything, but I was really blessed, and I just went out there and did what I was trained.
You guys were able to push the defending national champion King without 3 of your top performers this weekend. Talk about the team's overall performance.
We could have done a lot better. We had a couple, we have small errors that we need to work on as a team. Each individual had like different things in their matches that we could have improved on. We could beat them with the lineup that we had. We just kind of fell short.
Now, you were able to win the Body Bar Junior Nationals at 147 and become part of the Junior World team in May. Talk about what that experience was like.
That was really cool. I did not expect that. I kind of went through Body Bar, and every match just kind of performed, which doesn't usually happen in a tournament for me. I don't perform every match, but that particular tournament just went hard. It was the first big tournament I had done after my dad had passed away, so I just kind of took that as my motivation and trusted God, and it worked out, so it was great.
And how did that kind of parlay into your success this season?
I really started to focus in on my wrestling, and that's something that I hadn't been doing. I had a new motivation, I had a new fresh look at everything, and I just went in and I completely let go and just let God take me wherever he was going to take me. Before every match, I just say, hey, whatever you want, let it happen. If I lose, let it be your will, because, I mean, obviously you know better than I do. And I stopped holding on and trying to win matches. Instead, I just kind of wrestled for, you know, for a bigger purpose, and it's been doing just great.
Coach Randall has said that you've worked on your mental approach to wrestling. What does he mean by that?
I mean, it's just the same thing. I mean, I'm just letting go. Before I would get nervous about who I was going to wrestle. Even if I beat them like 7 times, it didn't matter. I'd be nervous. After everything had happened this year, I had a really tough year. After that, I kind of just, like I said, trusted God, and it just has been working for me ever since. I don't feel stressed out. I feel calm. And even when I get kind of nervous, he calms me down, so it's awesome.
Tell us about this 3-man roll drill that the team participates in.
It's terrible. I have nothing good to say about it. When we get in trouble or just for conditioning, we have it's like you're braiding with people. So you have 3 people and you have to jump over them and roll, and it's really hard, especially if you have like a bunch, one person's going slower or one person's going faster. You have to really get a good rhythm. So I like to sing during it, like in my head. I get a good row, row, row your boat kind of thing going. And yeah, it's mentally and physically challenging.
What's your major here at OCU?
Oh, I'm a kines or exercise science major with a minor in biology.
And what are your career plans following wrestling?
I want to go to PT school. I want to be a physical therapist, and I want to coach or something probably. I just threw that out there because I can never stay away from wrestling. I want to keep wrestling.
All right, thanks very much. Talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Kayla Aggio. You can follow the women's wrestling team on OCUsports.com.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to women's basketball coach Latricia Trammell. The defending national champion Stars will start the exhibition season by traveling to Texas A&M on November the 8th. And you travel to A&M on the 8th. The next day, you'll play at Texas as well. Talk about what that is going to, what that's going to do for your team at the start of the season.
Well, like I usually say, it's a great experience when, you know, they are glorified scrimmages, but you're playing some of the best teams in the country. And what a great opportunity for us to get better. It's teams like that that exposes our weaknesses and things that we really need to focus on going into our first official game. And so I'm just blessed and honored that A&M and the University of Texas is giving us this opportunity.
All right, outside of the two exhibition games, what other challenges are ahead on the schedule?
Well, our preseason is very competitive. We actually, all the teams coming into Abe Lemons Arena, except for one, and the games that we traveled to all made it to the national tournament this past season. And so every game we're going to definitely have to play at an elite level to be successful.
Talk about some of the players you have coming back off of last year's national championship team. How have they grown over the offseason?
It's been absolutely incredible. You know, we have Yvonne Neal returning. You know, she was newcomer of the year, player of the year, All-American, all-tournament team in the national tournament. And she was good at the end of last season. And she is a great player. I mean, she has really developed, leaned up, has become stronger, and she has really impressed me mentally, physically, emotionally, and she's going to do some great things this season.
You have several other returners coming back, Ia Coulibaly, Markeisha Johnson, both of those started last year for you. What are they going to bring to the table?
Maturity, experience. They know what I expect more now in our philosophy, offensively and defensively, on the court, off the court. And even Ia Ulimantu and Markeisha, for that matter, they have both matured over the summer. They look stronger, more developed, confident, and I expect great things from them as well.
You brought in several newcomers for this season as well. Talk about some of the players that you've brought in.
Yeah, I have 5 returners, 6 new players, and Ratiska Brown, 6th Man of the Year from Temple University, not too shabby. She, you know, that's the same conference as Louisville and UConn. I have Marissa Wallace, Big 12 Newcomer of the Year, coming in from Oklahoma State. Not to mention Janae Borum, 2 years ago was a starting point guard for Louisiana Tech. Have freshmen, which has probably been my biggest surprise, in Kayla Partridge from Midwest City High School. She's come in, and you know, I always tell her the basketball doesn't know what class you're in. And so she has really stepped up and been competitive, and along with Karen Neighbors, and it's been a good nucleus coming.
You guys will host the Sooner Athletic Conference tournament this year at Abe Lemons Arena. How excited are you for that, and what, if any, advantage does that present?
Well, I think it's always an advantage when you can sleep in your own bed and play in a gym that you practice in every day. And so we're looking forward to hosting that tournament and being there with our fans and just bringing a good basketball environment.
I don't know if you've had much of a chance to reflect back on last season, but the national tournament, you won by an average of 4 points a game. You won 5 games by a combined 20 points. Talk about the grit that your team displayed during that run.
Oh, man, and I'm going to try not to get emotional when I talk about this past season's team, but, you know, there at the end, someone different stepped up in every game, which was absolutely amazing. You know, in the championship game, Yvonne Neal had 38 points. Kayla McKenzie had 21 points. Kara Pugh, our second game of the national tournament, had 21 points at halftime. Autumn Huffman wasn't one of our top scorers all season long, but was our leading scorer 3 out of the 5 games. And so that's the grit of the buy-in, the loyalty, the work ethic. I mean, I've seen teams across the country that are very talented, but really doesn't have a true team work ethic. And our team just displayed that. And we went on a Colorado team bonding trip right the first weekend after we returned from summer, and we watched our championship game, and just to bring back those memories was something special.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Talking to women's basketball coach Latricia Trammell. The Stars get underway in the exhibition season on November 8th against Texas A&M, and you can follow the team on OCUsports.com.